Mental Health Warriors presents a mental health microsode.
Hey everybody, I'm recording this Mental Health Warriors Microdose on Canadian Thanksgiving 2017. Why do we have a different Thanksgiving than the US? I have absolutely no idea, but we do ours today, and we're going to have a wonderful weekend full of family and friends and amazing food, so I can't wait for that. There's so much I have to be thankful for. You know, one of the things I have to be thankful for that is new as of this week is Bob Ross. Some of you may have heard of him, but he was this painter who was on, I think, PBS or something in the 70s. Maybe it looks like it was the 70s. Big afro. And he paints and he talks while he paints. And he's the most gentle person ever. Like when you listen to this guy, you watch him paint, you're mesmerized at the skill. But he's just so warm and kind and calm and peaceful and makes everything okay. I swear to God, I'm going to binge watch this guy's episodes. They're on YouTube. So look him up, Bob Ross, if you want some peace and to watch an incredibly talented person create magic and make it seem approachable for you to create magic too. But regardless, what I wanted to talk about on this microdose was something that happened last week when I was giving a talk to a bunch of first responders for something called Project or Mission Butterfly, which is a really interesting program, and I'll link to it in the show notes. A really interesting program to help veterans and first responders with post-traumatic stress. But regardless, I was talking to them last weekend, and at the end of the day, we had a panel discussion. And I forget what somebody asked me, but it was the first time that I said out loud that there was many times when I wished Cindy would just fucking die when she was sick. And it's not that I had been hiding that, or anything like that. I just had, in that moment, it felt like maybe I should say it, and it just felt like the right time. So anyways, I said it. And what I want to elaborate on that and say, like, man, I'll tell you, when things were bad, and they were bad for a long time, or really challenging and dark and hopeless, like there was a lot of times that I just wish she would die or wish she would disappear. I never wanted to have any involvement with it. Like I didn't plot her death or anything like that. But seriously, think about it, like we're going bankrupt, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. And I think, fuck, if she was just gone, I could fix this problem. I could fix it. Or seeing her in just a tremendous amount of pain with no hope, like feeling like there's no hope, thinking, God, I just wish her pain would be over. Or then near the end, when she was very consistently threatening to take the kids away from me, and I felt powerless. I had gotten the authorities involved, and they were fucking helpless, it felt like, and I had this constant fear of, as a father, losing my daughters, and man, I'll tell you, of everything that happened, that was the thing that scared me the most. I would lay up awake at night, just heart racing, imagining, trying to think of what I could do to make sure that didn't happen. She never did that, and I'm not honestly sure that she ever would have, but she sure threatened a lot. And it was in those moments that I wish she was dead. Lots of times I wish she was dead. And also, I'll be totally honest with you as well, I wanted her, if she couldn't get her shit together, there was times I wanted her to just go away so she didn't permanently scar the kids. I didn't know how much I was going to be able to maintain, like, some semblance of order. They were young, especially near the end when we were separated, I could hide things from them. But like if they were the ages they are now, I couldn't hide anything from them. So I just worried about that. But my point is that these are horrible things to think. And when I would think them, they would always be accompanied by a tremendous amount of guilt, because who the fuck thinks stuff like that? And so I guess I just wanted to talk openly about that, because if there's anybody else who's going through it and might be thinking the same thoughts, I want you to know that you're normal and you're not a bad person. And when I talked about it last week in front of this group of people, Mission Butterfly, I felt such a heaviness after having said it, and not like heaviness from guilt or anything. It was just, it's a fucking hard thing to think about. And I probably for the next 24 hours, I felt very weighed down, and I wasn't consciously trying to process it. I was just trying to give myself some space, but I walked out of there not feeling great. And I guess this is just part of the process, right? I mean, even 7 years later, and it's part of the process. And I guess it's because I put words to something finally that I hadn't really put words to before. And then you hear yourself saying these things, and you're like, oh my God, I wonder how people are going to react to me saying that. And then, and I got wonderful feedback. In fact, I got some people who came up to me afterwards and said, I've thought the same thing. So, I mean, I know that in that kind of situation, obviously I'm not the only person who would have thought that, but just saying it out loud and hearing the words like escape my mouth, and then thinking about it and thinking about how weird it is that I'm in this situation where I'm talking to people about this stuff. And, it was just heavy, and I'm okay with it like now, but it took me, a good 24 hours, like I was saying, to kind of, I don't know if working through it, just for the heaviness to leave, so that's it. I wanted to share that with you with the hope that if anybody else is going through that and has had those thoughts and are beating yourself up about it, that you don't have to. It's normal. What I would say is talk to somebody. Don't do what I did and talk to nobody. Talk to somebody that you trust. Tell them what you're feeling, because, man, when you put words to it, you take ownership of it. When you take ownership of it, you can actually do something about it. So that's really what it is. It's human connection. It's talking, and it's just creating the space where your feelings can surface in a way that they need to surface. So that's my mental health microdose today. That's my somewhat of a confessional, and I hope that by me telling my story, that maybe you've heard echoes of your own in mine. So have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful, actually, I'm not even going to release this till after Thanksgiving, so I don't know why I'm saying this, but I will have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I will say it in the past tense that I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving with your friends and family, and to people around the world, I hope that you find human connection and love and peace, and that the Mental Health Warriors podcast is maybe contributing to your ability to do that. So take care, and we'll talk to you next time.
Stay tuned for more mental health microsodes.